Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tales of Elordial, A Wound in the Wind. We are Myth and Mischief.
Yay!
And now we're howling. Alright.
It's me! Yeah, boy! Let's play the game!
We're not, I swear. Please keep
Please
watching.
no.
Alright. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Leaving behind the village of 10 Trees and out into the wider peninsula, our party seek a way forward. Into the mountains, searching for signs of the Lachie, the local Firbolg people, the oldest inhabitants of this land. They ran into some trouble in the mountains with some spiders. And then were taken to meet the Vanke, the leadership of the Firbolg, and thrust suddenly into the midst of what seemed to be a heated debate. With the sky torn asunder, and the gods seemingly scrambling to do something, or at least Ayatul, who is the wind, holding the world together. Chaos is reigning and everyone is trying to work out what to do.
We're having a good time.
But our people
Sorry.
have some things that no one else does. Duke Palo de Sutalan, hot on their heels, possibly. They take their ease in the Firbolg camp. So, the evening, as we come in, the Firbolg begin to play music as the night goes on, pulling out these large, strange instruments that create a cacophony of different sounds, loud and echoing throughout the valley. You, whether or not you like it, it is raucous and in some ways kind of transcendent, but also loud and heavy in your ears, I suppose. As the night draws on, Vihanta and her crew seem to be having discussions and looking around, occasionally casting eyes to you. Many Firbolg approach you all and ask you questions, you know, who you are, what you're doing. They seem to largely be friendly, though also suspicious and on edge. So, as you sit here in the evening, what are we all doing?
Joining in the dancing.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yep.
Felix is drunk!
Yep. Dancing.
We're dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the music is. It's not, probably not that. It's really probably not that.
That's what it sounds like to you.
Yeah, that's what it's going
make
through
it
Felix's brain. There's actually no music, it's just Felix going.
It's a silent disco.
Everyone got magic headphones in.
Yeah, the Firbolg will add music in post.
So with the dancing happening, you dance along. Let's do a dexterity check.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right.
Or performance. Dexterity performance check.
You're drunk, surely it's a disadvantage.
All right.
All over. I think I got a 21, sorry.
Yep. All right.
Oh my god, are you drunk?
8.
21.
21, what'd you get?
8.
8.
I can't keep up with my hooves.
There's a lot of stomping on feet that happens with the hooves, but you're not too bad.
I'm having a great time.
Move in surprisingly graceful, but also
course they do.
quite strong and like heavy movements. It's slow and it's purposeful. There's never any. It's not the chaos you'd expect. You're used to, you know.
Stomping around, raving like this.
They wild mock
These ones.
Yeah.
You're dancing amazing because you're just dodging out of my
Yeah,
way.
it's literally me, like, I'm like almost doing an Irish jig because my feet are just dodging your hooves every time.
From the sidelines, you see Rakatam watching and occasionally like stomping his staff. Fol joins in, dancing along, as do V Hunter and her crew. As you all get to enjoy a bit of an evening for the first time in a couple of days.
Are you back yet?
Oh yeah, you've been given your meat. Oh no, you would have come back. So
As soon as I have my meat to be given.
so
He gives his meat
returning
willingly.
from your trip into the mountains back to where you came across the spiders, you come back to see the camp in this kind of festivity of dancing. Certainly not something you've ever seen before. Though the music, I guess, you would understand quite well.
Looking like a complete mess, covered in berries, blood, and webs.
Where's blood?
From the meat that I was carrying.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm probably covered
Like,
in
who
mud
did
as
you
well.
slaughter without me?
You just find Felix dead in the corner.
Insight check.
Getting revenge for it. Yeah, but
I just want to sit and watch what these weird, organic, fleshy things do.
alright.
Fair.
Felix would probably join in with the music at some point.
Show off.
17.
Okay. Oh yeah, so join in like playing?
Eventually.
Yeah, you jump in and play.
You are quite drunk.
Play the bongos.
Yeah, apparently the bongos.
Sure.
As you're all doing this, are you dancing as well, or are you?
No, I'm just gonna watch.
So-
I'm just gonna have a quiet drink.
Reflective
I would've
evening.
watched it.
Yes, I've had enough
able to.
excitement for the last day, 2 days? How many
Yeah,
days?
fair.
Yeah.
The Hunter tosses her braid over her shoulder and sort of slams down next to you. Not joining in?
Not tonight.
Well, fair enough, I guess. Been a long journey for you.
It has, yeah.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's funny, isn't it? Everyone dancing. That going on up there?
Yeah.
I think everyone's just trying to work out what to do. How to make the world better. How to survive, get through this.
Yeah, they're keeping their spirits up. It's good.
I can count on you, right?
Of course.
Great. Then she goes back off into the crowd dancing. The night goes on, and as that subsides, your tent or tents, however you would like to do that, is arranged for you. Many of the Firbolg sleep under the stars when it is not raining, which it currently is not. So despite, like, the wind is whipping through this valley at times, so it is, you know, your hair is often blown back, but it is fairly sheltered here. You see, this is why they've made this camp where they have. So you can sleep under the stars in a tent, however you wish, as you all sort of gather back together.
Under the stars seems nice.
Yeah, I'll just fall on the floor. I'll make a nest.
Can we just pass out? I don't know, Felix wakes up somewhere.
Okay.
But in whose bed?
I mean, I've got a name written down. I think the Hunter might actually beat me up though, so I don't know how that would go.
I mean, hey, you wanna?
You want to try?
Bard it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
He
she's
tries to, after that conversation, tries to snatch her away, I guess, to dance.
yeah. Okay. So she starts standing up, back up to dance. Let's just roll a charisma check.
Fuck it. It's a 14 plus charisma is plus 3 is 17.
17. All right.
I'm trying
So
to
as
avoid.
she's standing up, you approach and like dance up to her, and she.
Hopefully I'm changing your perception on everyday humans.
Not just yet. Whirling off, grabs your hand and like
Hell yeah.
whirls off with you.
Picks you up because she's 7 foot tall.
Do it.
Moving through the dance, she starts to kind of guide you with it. She isn't necessarily the best dancer, but she knows this dance, and you are able to pick it up quite quickly with what
Very
you're
short.
doing.
Compared to very short.
Yeah. Maybe there's some things we can do with that. Grabs you under the arms and like,
Yes!
Mummy!
this is getting very James Cameron's Avatar. So, you know, twirling you around, dancing, laughing. She, while you're dancing, in moments of lull, says, "So where are you from, little man?"
Complicated question. I'm obviously very clearly Marvidish, but I like to think that I'm from all around. I have a few homes that I like to keep.
You say very clearly, never been outside this place. Never been outside the Toykiv.
Oh, it sounds... Don't get me wrong, this place is lovely, but that sounds very disappointing.
I'm happy. I like it here.
I'm sure.
When it's how it's supposed to be.
I'm sure, but there's just so much of the world to see.
Yes. Oh, watch your foot.
It's fine. I just jump over it.
Sorry.
Keep going, darling.
It is a beautiful place here. Dancing. Look, I'd like to talk to you later, if we could, as the dance is going on.
Of course.
Maybe, you know, my tent's over there.
Share some tales. I could tell you about all the lovely cities that I've been to, and you can tell me about all this lovely nature that I've very much been missing.
Why not? Dances for a bit, twirls your way into the surfer bro's arms, and goes, "See you later." And dances off.
But, ooh.
Chaka, bruh.
Damn, that boy got gay.
I can show you the world.
So, as the night ends, do you go over to her tent?
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Um,
And tell
Fanfic,
her lots of tales.
Lots of tales
Show
of lots
us.
of
Just
places.
bore her to death with your own.
I do exactly what I said I do, and
Yep.
she's just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're serious."
you arrive and there is, you know, she's got some honey mead and you talk through tales
God.
to begin with.
So you just pass out.
Whiskey.
Both of you getting tipsier. She, hand on your shoulder. "I'm sorry about, you know, binding your hands up on the road before. It wasn't really, you know, necessary."
Well, I wanted to create the illusion of, you know, I didn't want to make people uncomfortable.
That's very fair. Very, very fair. And the night goes on. In the middle of the night, as you lie next to her, you feel her...
Trying to take this seriously, I just punched my microphone.
I look forward to that when I'm editing the audio.
Continue.
You feel her stand up from the mat that you lie upon, pull on her clothes and leave the tent in like middle of the night. She doesn't say anything.
Is our stuff in here?
No, your stuff's probably sitting on a log somewhere.
Yeah,
They're not like guarding it from you. It's just that,
No.
yeah.
I'm not going to follow her, but I'm going to just peek. What's she up to?
You see Lane, the surfer Firbolg, and Tara look up, fully decked out in gear, bow, spear on their back. As she walks out, you know, got away okay? Got away okay. Let's go. And they go disappear off into the night.
They weren't surfing at all.
What time roughly would it be?
2 in the morning?
Felix is going to go find the others. You won't wake him up, he's just going to go find them. Okay. Do walk of shame over.
Yep. Yeah, you can easily find where they all are.
As soon as you exit the tent, I'm just stood in the middle of the field, just like again, just
I'm just sleeping at your feet.
sentry mode off. Just...
Knives didn't join the revelry
Okay.
either.
I figured not.
Yeah.
He went to scout and look at the pathways to the town.
Okay.
Not like to the things, probably find a good vantage point and pull out a spyglass and just scope. See what he can see.
Alright. So, as you're going back and finding the group, earlier on that evening, Knives, up upon a ridge, pulling out your spyglass, you look down upon these roads, and you can see along that road, different intervals, barricades and watchtowers are being erected. Several watchtowers, as you know, had already begun being built around here as part of Lady de Kostroka's plans, whatever they may be. But the barricades are new. You see several soldiers in full yellow coat, Eterian military gear, manning each. Generally, a soldier at least on each watchtower, and several, 4 or 5 at each barricade. You don't know whether they'd turn you away, but there's certainly that on the road.
And how far roughly is it from where we are to
To get from where you are, I should...
Costa Roca?
Costa
Roca.
So you are there. Costa Roca is there. So I'm guessing it's going to be about half a day. But I can tell you, if you can take roads, which you've got one down here, it's the only road on this side. Yeah, so that would be about 4 hours, 3 hours. So, yeah, not even half a day.
Cool.
It's got to be more than that. I must have the scale wrong. I'll say about half a day.
Are there many ships in the port?
From where you are, your vision would be blocked by the mountain to see actually easily to Costa Roca. You can kind of see like this foot here, but seeing like that angle, you're gonna struggle.
Right. What do I see along the coastline if I just vision downwards?
Make a perception check. Right now, beaches, and then it slowly turns into marshland, so not much. No ships or anything like that. However, there is a clear point where the mountain ends and swampland begins there. Traversing through Split Tongue Mountain, turning around to point your spyglass this direction, getting through this mountain, it's basically impossible. You would need full climbing gear to get anywhere near it. You guys have actually only been moving through like the foothills of this. You haven't even got anywhere near up to here. And this is all like that part. So it's with your training, it's like, okay, there's a valley. That's where people can come in and out of this. The swamp would be rough. You know, an army's never getting through a swamp. This isn't. You know, that's a choke point if there was an army coming. Oh, and actually pointing your spyglass that way. I don't know how far you can see, probably not that far, but you're thinking that's going to be, if they're trying to hold the peninsula, that's blocked. That is, all they need to do is put a platoon of soldiers there, no one's getting through.
Cool.
As I curl up at your feet. Because you're standing in the field.
Yep.
I'm going to bed. And you hear in your head, I'm sorry. And I fall asleep.
I will pass him on the way.
I'm just like doing the dog kick.
Yeah.
She's running.
I'm kicking bitches in my sleep.
Just a spot. I'm Felix, by the way. I don't actually know that I've ever introduced myself to you. We'll find a name eventually, but a suggestion. Maybe you don't have, obviously, if you don't sleep, you don't sleep, but maybe find something to do or have a lay down. Just, it might put other people at ease so you don't have people staring at you all the time when you're standing.
It's just a T-pose.
But yeah, the sentry look is very impressive, but...
No response. It doesn't even acknowledge that you were there.
He is asleep.
He's powered down, yeah.
If he doesn't acknowledge at all, even move, I'd probably
Yes.
Good talk. I'm gonna go find them.
What the fuck, dude?
Walks backwards and your newly mustachioed face. No.
What?
As in you've gone up and drawn.
Oh, right.
Alright.
Glasses on.
Yeah. Alright. So everyone can take a long rest.
Yeah. I'll also take out my journal and fill in the events of the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. that was
You got some in the last.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise I was in character. I was like...
Make a performance check.
Where's everyone else's head at? Seriously.
I was confused.
18 plus 7.
I thought you were making fun of him for
Best she's ever
journaling.
had.
25. Impressive considering I'm so much smaller than she is.
She absolutely was.
Constitution.
Broke your heart.
A constitution performance check.
Surely.
Death by snoo snoo.
Well, my charisma, I think
way to
that's
go.
only one less, it's 24.
Jesus. It's pretty good.
Well, most of it's the performance.
She's never been anywhere else. She doesn't know.
That's why.
She has nothing to base it off.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, Felix is small, but Felix is,
He knows what to do.
You
Felix
just
gets
crawled
her.
inside.
Felix gets her. Oh,
Let's move on.
no! That's not what I meant at all.
Moving on. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, guys, we've been missing Mischief.
I hope you enjoyed the show.
So, come morning, you will find yourselves together with a question of what to do ahead of you. Vihanta has not returned.
I think I know what she's up to. Nice. Look up. Just heavy breathing.
Immediate sword to the throat.
Go for the swords, they're not dead. Damn it.
I've never surprised woken a tiefling before, and I immediately apologize. I think they're abandoning their talks a little bit earlier than I thought. I suspect that group of very psychedelic-looking Firbolg might be up to no good. I don't understand what you're insinuating.
Psychedelic is not in quotations.
No.
It's no good.
No, they're just psychedelic.
That one's a fact.
Exactly. I know what I'm
Very
talking
colourful.
about. Yeah.
But putting the no good in quotation marks means the opposite, doesn't it? So they're up to
Yeah, they're up to
No good.
good.
Yeah.
They're up to good.
It's questionable good.
Hey, maybe this is how they get what they need. Who knows? Anyway,
Sorry, damn question. Where was the tower that was being erected?
and actually, were they headed in that direction as well?
You're just building one slowly.
Am I long?
I'll stay.
On the mountain.
Blue tack.
Yeah,
The
did
point.
I throw it to you? What do I? No,
Ah,
it's in front of me.
Yeah, they're covert missions. It's what
So they headed in that direction out of the camp, but the
Oh, fuck shit up.
logging camp
Yeah, let's do it.
is. So this is the tower. And the D6 is the camp that you saw where the trees were being torn down from.
Yes.
Fuck that up.
Oh, so close.
I just wanted to talk to you first as the other military mind in this group. I think they might get themselves into trouble.
The other military mind?
Yeah, I picked up on that too. I'm not there.
That's a long story.
I think
Sounds like a past.
Past better forgot. But I worry that maybe they're trying to be covert about this. Maybe they're just trying to get information. I highly doubt it. I worry about what they're going to spark if they go in and try to attack or... It's usually not my place to get involved, but I feel like this is all going to go tits up for these people, and I don't know what to do. I feel like if I tell Juniper, she'll tell us to get intervened, but I don't know. Maybe she wants to move on. I don't know. Help! I can't make choices. I don't know how to make choices like this.
I went looking last night at the roads and whatnot. The Arterian army is setting up blockades. As Bishop said, they're putting the peninsula in lockdown.
It's going to be hard getting out of here.
Yes.
Regardless of which way we go. I think walking might be as hard as finding a boat in this state of things. Well, we obviously need to figure out where we're going. But I just... there's this nagging need in me to try to help these people. And I worry that they're going to rush in and sabotage everything and just end up in all-out war again. And it's going to be ugly. And I don't know if we should get involved or if we should just move on. Thus, me help. I don't know. You've been a soldier, right? What would you do? Or, I don't know.
Needless bloodshed is never a good thing.
That's my thinking.
These people, though apprehensive at first, have welcomed us into their camp. Despite their reservations against human and Arterian alike.
I think I won them over.
What do you mean by that?
But do we get involved?
I think we should ask Juniper.
Okay.
Or tell Juniper, at least.
I'm assuming, I don't know if you two would be staying together,
Tell Juniper
actually.
what? She says as she appears.
Would you be staying, because it would have been just you two. Because I was off, you two were together. Would you have been staying in the same place, or?
Probably not.
No. Let's go find her. I don't know where she is, but let's find her.
I would have had like friends.
Yeah.
I would have gone and
She stayed
visited.
over at Fal's house.
Yeah.
She stayed at Fal's house.
Yeah.
Probably would have,
Send
actually.
the baby.
It'd be really awkward if you were staying with what's her name.
Juniper's just in the corner, like,
Just staring at the roof. He hasn't moved all night.
Everyone gets long rest except you, sorry.
yeah, so we'll say you're staying with Foal.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
So yeah, you can go and find Foal. In the morning,
got the tent
Foal
to
is,
myself.
Nice.
you know, there's a small cook fire out the front of the tent, and she's making up some food for you from probably, it would all be, you know, foraged and hunted very, you know, carefully the way they always do food. So, you know, like berries and all just very, really sort of rich earthy flavors, basically.
Lots of mushrooms.
Probably a few mushrooms,
Fucking
yeah.
love mushrooms.
Felix hates mushrooms.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
Same.
There's a 3. He hates them. They're gross.
I also don't
you-
like
It's a texture.
Anielloa loves them.
I mean, they're all.
Oh no, Jupiter. Jupiter?
Whoa, dude. You're a god.
There's a planet.
In my
Oh, I'm a god now.
I was thinking of the god Jupiter.
Oh yeah.
Juniper does not like them.
We finally
So-
agree.
I
She
will eat
doesn't
them
make you
though.
mushrooms in the morning.
No, I eat them anyway.
She knows you do, so she wouldn't do it. She'd be like, she cooks and starts to put mushrooms in. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, that's right. You don't like these? I'll find something else. That's foraging around as Felix and Knives approach.
Did this person just walk off?
Yeah.
Ah, that's convenient.
She's probably like 4 feet away.
Oh yeah, she's like actively cooking.
Yeah. Oh, how are you doing this fine morning? We need to talk. Just not covert at all. It's so lovely to see.
You see the Firbolg have large floppy ears. Cole's ears go, whoop, and she goes, I'll go and find some things for us and just walks away.
I get what she's doing. I like that one.
I'm gonna take over from cooking her.
Nice.
I'm imagining it's a big pot.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think
big pot of berries.
Said mushrooms.
No, she didn't put the mushrooms in.
Oh, thank God. You worried me for a moment. I could see them in us. Anyways, I think we have a problem. It appears that Vihanta and her crew...
Did you forget her name?
Felix didn't, but Jack did. It appears that Vihanta and her crew, I have a feeling they might be up to no good and they're trying to sabotage this camp as we speak. In fact, as of very early in the morning.
In what way?
I don't know. I have not gone to check, but it does not seem they've been wandering off for hunting or recreation. They were headed directly into the direction of the camp/tower. And based on the climate and the temperament of the people here, I worry that they're going...
What?
I cracked my toe really bad.
I thought it was something I said, and I'm like,
Yeah, I thought he was going like off book, and you're like,
all of the tieflings that live here, they've gone. I worry that they're going to start a commotion that might cause a lot of uproar. I'm worried.
do I have history with them?
Vihanta, yes.
Yeah.
Mostly her parents, but you know her. She's a bit of a firebrand. She's definitely the sort to act first, think later, which is very un-Firbolg.
Yeah.
She strikes me as a bit of a hothead.
Yeah, that sounds right. That checks out.
This usually isn't my thing, but these people have been so lovely, and I feel really shit about the situation, and I feel like we should go and stop them from doing
I
something
mean,
stupid.
you don't know what they are doing. You
Neither do
don't.
you.
No, but I do know these people better
And do you think
than your one day.
Do you think I'm wrong?
No, but I know. I just don't want to accuse them of doing anything just yet.
Would it hurt to check?
Yeah, we could check.
I think we should check. Don't look at me like that! I'm trying! Felix starts pacing.
You should eat some breakfast first. You look very nervous.
I'm a little bit on edge. I don't think we should wait though. They did this like, I don't know, 2 a.m. I don't know if number time is a thing here, but not long after midnight. Number hours, not long after midnight, and that was a while ago. So, who knows what I could have gone up
Okay.
to. Let's slam
We
down.
can only check.
Let's slam down some food and see what's up. I sound so lame.
Having an identity crisis after your date.
Yeah.
No, you actually just want to see why she ghosted you.
I mean, well, I don't know that. You don't know that. What am I saying?
I mean,
You don't know shit.
you just told me that she left hours ago.
I didn't tell you what I was doing.
I saw you two together.
No, you didn't. Watching me, are we, darling? Caught you out.
I just said it was.
All right. So you have this conversation. What are we doing?
Eating. And then I'm going to go get these two and be like, come on, we're going exploring.
What are we doing?
Just wandering over and just be like, okay.
we're going to go check on some logging camps and see how bullshit it all is.
I also look more like the tree guy today.
You look a lot bulkier. You've been working out.
My face is just flatter. Horns are less protrusive. But it just looks fucking weird.
What happened to your
You look like a Firbolg with like slight goat horns, like the baby little goat horns.
You'll get it
horns
eventually.
are going down.
Okay.
I'm just as new as this issue.
It's a fascinating conversation. Shall
I'm
we get
gonna
moving?
mash the berries into like a smoothie so we can just drink them.
Yeah, you can.
Does it have electrolytes?
It has
You don't need to play out every second of
antioxidants.
what happens.
I already have a huge bag.
No, we
Felix
need,
needs his electrolytes.
Bulletin.
she cooked us a lovely breakfast and it needs to be eaten.
Dude,
Okay.
breakfast. She left halfway through, you cooked it.
Comes over and as you're sort of like, yeah, she goes, you're needing to head off. All right. Gets like these large, what is basically a water skin, but it's very big, and starts like putting your food into it so that you can take it like a smoothie.
I think we're coming back, right?
Well, but if you're leaving now, you can take your food with you.
I'm hungry.
considering we are leaving, do you know where our stuff would be kept?
It's on a stump over there. Just
Thank you. Much appreciated.
be careful out there.
That's the plan. We'll see how that goes. We haven't done very well at that lately.
And we're alive.
Yeah, I suppose.
So you're heading out
To the camp.
to the logging
We get
area?
our stuff okay?
Yeah. You can just
Okay, cool.
grab it.
Woo, stuff.
Good, sir.
Thank you. Good sir.
Heading out into the forest, I'm going to get whoever is trying to find their way to that logging camp to make whoever's leading it to make a survival check.
Where are we going?
Yeah, you probably got the
And
next
how are we
To
traveling?
the logging camp.
19.
I would probably say normally until we
Or
get
is it 91? 16 or 91, you decide.
It's 91.
91.
I guess
I don't know.
because we are being hunted, we probably walk normally until we get close.
Yeah.
And I would probably stealth.
Then we start strutting.
Yeah. Can we make a casual walk check? It's
Felix trips and dies.
like a stealth, but no
can we
one knows what they're
do
being
our-
weird.
Can I get a marching order, please? So you're leading, you got a 19.
I'm gonna walk
Knibbies.
right behind Knives.
I'm not at the back, so I'm just following. I have no idea where we're going.
Following the leader.
I was born yesterday.
Juniper, why are you in the mountain? Join us. Come back.
She's in the middle.
I guess
Actually, wait, no, we're all going the wrong way.
All right, so you head out, and are you attempting to follow, like to find and follow their tracks? Basically?
Yes, sure.
I mean, that's what the 19 was.
Okay, yes. Then yes.
Sure.
You did mighty fine at tracking. Maybe you can help him out.
He got a 19.
Never mind.
You head out,
Yeah.
and tracking through the trees, you find very quickly they did not leave any tracks.
Fuck.
Visible fucks.
You can continue on and just try to find your way to that camp.
Yeah, just go to the camp.
Okay. Heading through the mountains, the wind howling. Aetul howling as well,
Oh,
occasionally.
poor guy.
You, a short time later, are you being stealthy?
Once we get close,
Yeah, if we're close enough that.
Stealth checks in.
Yay. Okay.
Oh, that's a 3.
I'm starting to regret these dice.
Oh,
Very hard to read.
Ooh, 18.
19.
24.
24?
This big purple guy just
19.
disappeared.
Oh, I got a 3.
3?
19.
Okay. Generally pretty good.
We have 3 19s.
I think an 18 and 2 19s.
Okay.
And a 24.
And a 3. Don't forget the 3.
And a 3.
Fucking hope this
As a
forest.
group, you manage to stay decently quiet. And actually manage to approach unseen as you get to just the outskirts of the camp. Ahead of you, moving through the mountains as you are, you can see a sprawling felled area of ancient trees. The river running down the mountain, almost full bank to bank, with massive trunks, bundles of wood, all flowing downriver, where carts aren't taking the wood up the mountain and away towards the new tower.
Why do they destroy nature?
They're not supposed to be.
Well, our people tend to destroy things to make new fancy things.
They've cut down all the trees.
Yeah.
What are they
Probably
gonna...
not the best person to be. I'm very much about that city life. I'm probably not the best person to be talking about this to, but
What's going to happen to everything now? Like,
I'd love to say they'd grow it back, but probably not.
and why are we here? What are we looking at?
To destroy this place?
As you say this, looking, you see a portion of the fence, which you can see there is a wooden fence that's been erected, has scorch marks up the front of it and planks that have been torn away, and there is one tent lying in, a couple of tents lying in ruins as though they've been torn apart.
Shit.
And the soldiers are moving around, sort of scouting around, but you don't see any sign of Vihanta, Lane, or Terra.
We need to destroy this place.
I should have woken you up when this happened.
I don't know what's going on.
Well,
What are we...
I think some very motivated Firbolg may have tried to infiltrate this place.
I think they succeeded.
I think so too, and I think we should do something before they cause all kinds of problems for the Firbolg.
You're not seeing, it's not that kind of active commotion. It looks more like there's damage that's been done.
I'm not commotion. Felix is worried about what they might be trying to do,
Yeah,
or if they've been caught.
Like, does it look like they just vandalized it? Or does it look like...
that's what I'm getting at, yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like necessarily there's been a fight that happened recently. You're not sure whether they were caught or they got away, but it looks like they got in, did some damage and got out.
Still no tracks?
Still no tracks.
Let's burn this place
We
down.
need that magic.
No, that's not what
No,
we...
that's that. I understand. I know your perspective. I don't know your perspective. I don't know you, but if you match it with violence, you're only going to receive violence, and things are going to get a lot worse. We need to be careful about this. We cannot be drastic.
There's lots of people here that if we try and fight them, they will kill us. Lots.
And we can achieve a lot more if we're alive than if we're dead.
Just going to get you to make a quick intelligence check with proficiency for me.
This is not the way.
21.
21. You make, looking down from this sort of vantage point that you guys have, you make 4 lieutenants. Lieutenants are in charge of a squad of 10. So there's a camp of 40 soldiers down the bottom of that range.
Don't get caught.
This is a small battalion.
It's a big construction.
You know, I think they're probably all right here.
The soldiers. Or the Firbolg.
The soldiers wouldn't be able to defend themselves from the Firbolg.
I'm not
I
worried
do.
about that. I'm worried about a fight starting at all.
Yes, I worry about the Firbolg.
Yes.
Where are they?
And even if the Firbolg get away, if they start a commotion,
Can we see in the camp them or anything that looks like? We can't see anything.
Make a perception
them?
check for me.
That's act.
can I help?
Ugh.
Okay.
Hmm?
Can I do the same?
Yep.
7.
19.
I see nothing but death and destruction.
19?
Yeah. I'm mostly looking for ways they could have snuck in.
Yeah. And you go?
Scoping the
I
place
guess
out.
like 6, 7.
It's got trees.
Using what
Yeah.
So,
Death and destruction.
looking down, you can see that it looks like they forced their way in. The camp has in the center of it, to move the massive trunks around, a pillar, a trunk of a tree basically, that has been cut off and covered with ropes that stretch out across the logging camp. And you can see these massive trunks pulleyed through the air along these lines to take them to there is a sawmill as well down there. You see arrows in the big pillar and in the sawmill. You don't see any sign of them, and that includes there's a large tent down there, but it's otherwise open. So the soldiers have tents arrayed, and there is one large tent, but you're not seeing them tied to a post out in the open or anything like that. They've either been captured and put in one of the tents, or they got away.
Okay. I think they're definitely here. Can't find them. We can't be caught. So I see no commotion from the soldiers at all? Or?
They're moving around. You got a 19. You got a 21 on your intelligence check before.
I'm essentially trying to find the best point of access.
Yeah, is there people guarding that big tent?
Yes, I will get a map.
Silent.
Let us destroy this place.
We can't destroy it. There's
Cannot be rash in this situation.
I don't know what that means.
Just wait. Let's learn, then we'll talk about what we do
The
next.
trees, they scream.
So, you guys, as we jump back in,
Are we up on this cliff?
you are not up here, you're off this way.
have fun editing that burp.
Thanks.
This map is at a very unusual scale.
Okay.
This is 1 inch to 30 feet.
Wow.
Oh,
He's big.
Holy fuck. Are they giant's chairs?
A lot of the stuff here is
What
representative.
the hell?
This is several hundred feet, like 100 feet tall.
Sweet.
I look forward to moving
I
a square
can't.
return.
Alright.
Well, maybe not that.
alright.
It's probably like
Sure.
30 feet tall. But some of these trees are literally like trees that were
Hundreds
the
of-
size
yeah.
of giant sequoias.
Get it.
So this is
An infant.
massive in scale. I have a tent too, which I should grab.
Really pitch it.
So these logs laying on the ground would be like, you could definitely just stand behind one and not be seen.
Unfortunately, I did not paint it.
Yes, you did.
Well,
It's
you said
white.
the trees here are massive, right?
Yeah,
It's a
So
white
these are all
tent.
really big fucking logs.
huge.
Yeah.
So we
Then
can stand
probably-
behind it, yeah,
Yeah.
without being seen.
Rolling down the mountain.
The tents are there.
So that's a lot of tents.
And
not
that's
a
the
big
middle
tent.
tent.
That's the main tent, and then
60-foot tent.
there's tents for 40 odd soldiers sprawled out around it as well.
It's like a full yard.
This is bad.
And
gonna be-
then
we're up
this here is a
there.
work area.
Of course we're up there.
That's
There's
the
a
sawmill. This is
episode
all
where you help
felled,
the
and
Native
here,
Americans
wherever there aren't logs
in the
lying,
sawmill.
it's forest. So like this is all still treed, but
Okay.
this is cleared.
Can we fuck that up?
So, what you're looking at, you're seeing this sprawled out. What are we going to do?
Do we see their point of entry?
They came in seemingly from. I said they broke down a bit of fence, so I'm going to say they actually did come in this way, which is not very smart, but they did.
Yeah. Is the commotion mostly, or is in other soldiers and whatever, mostly on that side? Or are they kind of everywhere?
They're moving around. You definitely get the impression. Just make an insight check for me.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Natural 1
Natural 1.
with a -1. So
Oh
0.
no.
Cool. I was doing well.
You definitely get the impression that nothing.
Yeah.
There are
Okay.
trees here.
There are people everywhere and they have no goals. We must take advantage of their disorganization.
Yeah, so you're not sure. They're certainly moving, but you're not sure. Like, there's people.
Certainly there.
There's people, like, you can see lumberjacks working with axes, as well as the soldiers. So there's.
So it's not like it's like all people to arms. Like, it's people are doing different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it doesn't immediately seem like they've been noticed, or if they have, they've been dealt with. And these are the only tents. This little spot there.
The lumberjacks are sort of camped out here, but yeah, generally.
Fuck.
And you can see as well, I will say, there is a little sentry.
Okay.
Sentry post on that
He's a fucking giant.
ridge below you.
We take the sentry out first, right? And then we stealth in. No.
Here's the tricky thing: is that if they're not here, then we are the ones causing nonsense.
Okay.
It's essentially
Well as
30
one.
feet away from us.
Way more.
Yeah.
Way more.
We're far
An
off.
inch to 30 feet for this map.
So what we want to do is find out if our Firbolg friends are possibly being held in that tent.
I think the first thing we need to do is move closer without moving into their sight lines.
We can go in the forest,
Yeah.
and we can go in from the back.
I think that would be smarter than going through the front. What idiot would do that?
Well, exactly.
I think it could be in this tent. We need to We need to make sure that we're watching out for these scout towers. It could cause a distraction, but it can't be too big.
I mean, we
I
could just
think-
watch for now.
I think I can do things
Right.
with my mind. Yeah.
What?
So we could break off into 2 groups and we can
Split the
all
party.
talk.
yeah.
But we can all talk to each other still. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
I once knew a man who could do that. I miss him greatly.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
God could do that.
Oh, yeah, well, fuck him.
Dick to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these lumberjacks? Are they okay?
Well, okay.
Sleep all night and work all day.
Well, you and I are pretty quiet. Maybe we should try to get a closer look.
Yes, I know a song for this exact. No.
I'm quiet too.
You're quiet as well. You? Okay.
He's absolutely lying.
I
Look at him. He is
was
made
gonna
of
say, even if you weren't telling the truth, Felix doesn't believe you.
Well, he doesn't know what type of quiet you mean. I just don't really see.
This seems like our bag. Maybe we scout ahead. Maybe you guys get a different vantage point and try to see what happens. Somewhere that we can't see from.
Yeah.
Bird's eye view is always good. Shall we move forward?
Oh, I don't have to. Hang on.
Hello.
Yes.
Shall we move forward? Well, or do
Let's
you want to head
creep
into the
forward
tree?
above the sentry, but don't alert him
Okay.
by stealth.
But wait, before you go,
Yes.
can we just agree that we won't attack anybody?
I will do-
100%.
I will. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
If they attack, kill them.
Well, yeah, and then there's no
Okay.
witnesses. But yeah, no, I gotcha.
I'm going to trust that we're on the same page. Your job, watch that guy. Well, people, I still haven't figured it out.
I message you. Kill them all.
Can I message you back?
Yeah.
Can we
I
just
will
walk you back
maybe
to
Maybe one.
the main camp?
Sorry.
Okay.
What did you say?
We'll just take him back.
You don't know. I just told him to kill everyone.
I can tell in your body language.
I can see by the look in your eyes.
Your new companion does almost emanate fury at the moment in a way that you remember.
I don't know that now we're quite ready to action this plan based on our friend.
And if we cause chaos, these people will just come back in tenfold and make things so much worse. Killing these people will not benefit anything.
You don't know I
No.
tell them to kill them.
I know your attitude.
And it truly won't benefit us. This is not,
No.
this is not our fight.
We just have to wait.
Can I see
mean,
like a
it is
clothesline
kind of my
somewhere where
fight.
there's
That's what I'm picking up.
5 guard uniforms hanging up to dry that we can swipe?
Yeah.
To check.
Oh my God, please.
I want to be a big purple guard. I want to look like Grimace in a uniform.
Yes, I hate
Couldn't you
trees.
just...
15.
Sure. There is.
Come on, it's going to be somewhere in the very middle.
Yeah. So in the camp, there is a clothesline with uniforms.
How close to the fence?
How close to the fence? Clothes to the fence. It's just there.
Oh no. I've had a great, horrible idea. I have disguise self.
Why don't I throw you?
I could just walk the fuck in.
If you could do that and get us some uniforms, that would help us get through the blockades on the road as well.
Oh, thinking ahead, Daddy. Nice.
And that way when we kill them, they don't know who did it.
We could even possibly use that to get through the blockade at the head of the peninsula,
Okay.
through the Split Tongue Pass. Twin Tongue? Split Tongue?
Split Tongue Mountain.
Split
The
Tongue.
pass is called the Bloody Vale.
Oh, I love it.
I want this to be called the Bloody Yard.
Yeah.
How?
You have fought there many times.
I'm familiar with it.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
How far away
I have
is
an
this
idea as
clothesline?
well. Hundreds.
Probably
Oh.
about 150 feet, 200 feet.
If we move to here,
Can magic stone them?
150 feet.
I haven't smelled
No,
like that.
150 feet.
big space.
Well, it's risky, but if we can, don't kill him, but if we could take out this sentry here, I could take on his appearance and head on into the tent. Maybe we snap one of his bows and say, oh no, my weapon broke, I need a replacement, so I'm going into the tent. And I see what I can find. Can anyone else disguise himself? No?
I just face just starts to mold into your face.
Please don't do that. I hate it.
Well,
Is that really what? Oh, I've got to do something about that.
I do have a disguise kit, but
I don't think that's going to quite cut it.
it will disguise me into creatures that are similar. Well, not you.
I can literally be any of these people, so
I think that is the perfect idea.
Why don't you disguise
fuck, I
it?
hate it.
Yes, we are a very colourful group of people with many mixed races, and you are the only one that will probably fit in.
I can literally look like anyone, yeah. So, okay.
You got
New
this.
plan. Get these uniforms. We don't kill him, but we take out this individual, and I have my excuse to get into the tent, and we'll see what I can find.
I mean, take out. Is this really worth killing a man over?
I just said multiple times we don't kill him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh,
Yes.
we completely.
She's got murder on the
Totally
brain. It's
agree.
fine.
I don't like the way you said that.
Wait.
Well, I could just become anyone, but people know each other here. I'd rather be someone that they recognize.
You could
so they
always
don't ask
say
questions.
you were just sent.
I've just transferred here.
Yeah.
The good thing about here's
No red
the thing about acting is usually having a believable story is going to get you a lot further. And I worry that being a random person
Stick to the
who's
truth.
You know who has just come into the peninsula searching for a certain group of people?
that's dangerous.
You could say that you are part of his group, sent forward to see what happened here.
This is all very worrying.
I could just put this guy to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Permanent sleep.
I just think it's a very easy way in.
Perma sleep.
I mean, it's a group decision. What do we think is best? I think posing as someone who is already here is going to be a lot easier and less risky. And I think the two of us can take this guy out pretty quick.
Though, you don't know how he acts. How are you going to emulate him when you don't know how he acts?
We can watch him, darling. We can get a start.
We can. Okay, darling. Shall I go down and speak to him?
Are you walking?
I don't know. No, I'm not.
Let's start with sightline and get those uniforms. Let's start there.
Good plan.
Let's see what we can find. Let's get closer.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, creep closer.
Oh, where were the uniforms?
There's a lot
Close on
there.
there now.
Okay, there's a lot of people there.
It's around, yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, should we be doing
It's
that
like
instead?
you could get. There's 40 people spread out over a very large area.
Yes.
It's more like 50, 60-ish people. It's just only 40 of them are soldiers.
They don't know that I've deserted.
That's true. Daddy Knives is in the military.
That's, yeah, I suppose. And even if they have made it to 10 trees and found out, word does not spread that fast. It's not been 24 hours yet.
Yes, it is.
No, 24 hours, sorry. It's only been 24 hours. I'm saying that was yesterday that we left, right?
The night before.
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday's news.
Yesterday, yeah. I don't think news would have gotten back that quick, so...
But would you know anyone here? No.
You know the lieutenants. You know the lieutenants.
It's possible. You can make a charisma check and we'll just see if you know someone.
Sure.
You know everybody
He doesn't know anyone.
in the world.
Hang on.
Hello, my name is
Seven.
my name.
Hey.
Well, you can't know for sure, I would say. It's not impossible, but you're like, off the top of your head, you're not seeing anyone you've met, you don't remember hearing of anyone posted here. So, yeah.
I didn't even.
Is this sword a martial weapon?
I don't think I took it.
Looking at the area
Ashore swords. Daggers.
and looking at the tent
And no swords.
and the people around it, does it look like they are guarding the tent, that they are
What are you trying to do?
like on edge, or like they're acting in a way that
Make an insight check.
I already failed this part.
Yes, it is. Yes.
14.
14. Okay. There is definitely at least a soldier or two out the front of the tent. But you're not, and yes, everyone looks on edge, but you're not necessarily seeing that like they're definitely guarding something inside the tent. It may simply be that they're guarding the tent, or it may be that there's someone in there that they're guarding. With a 14, people are on edge. You'd be expecting if they'd captured someone, the place would be abuzz. You can't tell necessarily if it's a buzz or if people are just on edge.
I'm nervous, yeah.
As in, it's clearly been attacked. As in, like, there's been damage done, so people are nervous about something. And there's guards there, but you don't know for sure.
Would I know the difference between a regular guard and a guard if there was someone in the tent?
There wouldn't be one. They would have just posted a soldier there.
I think you going in is a good idea. You're already military, you know what they act and how they act.
What's your excuse when they ask why you're there? Where did you come from before?
Here to destroy.
Upon whose orders?
Well,
These are all questions they
That
ask.
awful
Hitler told
person.
Bishop was in 10 trees to try and barter for more logging rights.
And what brought you here specifically?
On the
And
hunt
what
for
business
some
do you have in the
fugitives.
tent?
To see the inside for sleeping.
Do I see weapon
purposes.
racks outside?
Like outside the tents?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Most likely the soldiers would maintain their own gear, so they would have it all in their tent with them.
He's here.
There's probably spares somewhere, but soldiers would maintain their own gear.
He's here to hunt Juniper.
So you're looking for the fugitives?
The part is what scares me.
Yeah.
We need to eliminate as many questions as possible. We need answers for as much of them as possible.
I'm here to hunt the fugitives. Period.
And then just tell them what we have done.
Don't do that.
They wouldn't do that. They'll just come straight to the Firbolg cap.
Well, just
I
to-
could be
just say that
checking in to see if they had been also attacked by the giant crystal creatures.
Oh, good plan.
You could work on keeping their attention, and I could head into there.
while we destroy.
Can you stop? It's just calm. There might be people here we need to help. Let's start there.
I mean, he could just go in. You do know how to talk to these people.
I do, but I also left my uniform at Tentry's.
You got dirty. You were accosted by spiders and
They ripped it off.
ticks that are on your way.
I don't think you should go in alone.
I'll come.
Maybe
I mean,
I don't know that there's a good plan here.
would Juniper going with you support the 10 trees thing and we can sneak in?
I don't know why Juniper would be with me.
And I don't think they
As
take kindly
you're
to me being
watching.
discussing and watching, you see the guards at the front of the tent stand aside and salute as stepping out of the tent in spotless white garments and gleaming gold armor, a man with a bald head and almost pitch black skin steps out and looks around. Don't see what he's saying, but you see the soldiers all sort of turn to him, salute. You immediately recognize this. That man is one of the immortals. That uniform means he is of the most elite squadron of Eterian military
can't die.
in the world.
Jesus.
The immortals are always spotless on the battlefield and are legendary.
Does anyone have anything to dirty him up?
It's just got a lot harder.
Who's this?
That is one of the immortals.
That man's head is
Did
shiny like
I know what immortals are?
Make a history check.
Is this an Eterian thing?
Yep. But they're very
hair?
famous. This is not a high DC.
I think I...
Prestidigitation
What
hair
is
on
it?
him.
History?
History.
I think it's
Just be
a...
like, lol.
Eyebrows.
Yeah.
14? Yeah, you've heard of the immortals.
Well, fuck. That's very well painted.
Thank you to friend of ours, friend of the channel, for helping us.
We'll need a close-up of that mini later. That's gorgeous. Wow.
Friend of the channel.
We need like
With
one
no
of those.
name.
Yeah, unnamed friend of the channel.
Yes, I will.
One of our
I will
friends.
find our friend's name right now, so I can give
Plug him.
Boss Muppet. Boss Muppet on Twitch.
Nice.
Check out his Twitch channel.
Nice.
We need one of those.
This one.
You know, on the like TV shopping channels where they have the jewelry on the spinning thing.
Yeah, I said that last game. We should get the turntable. Yeah.
Yes.
We can shove minis. Yeah.
And he begins to just move about the camp.
No.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
no.
the plan for him?
Nope. No plan. Nope. I know he looks.
You just want to.
He just does not.
So you
look
want to
great.
just bail on this?
Yes.
Leave them to their fate if they're in there.
I doubt they're in
I don't.
I mean, it does make sense now, knowing that they were there, why they were guards.
What's his demeanor? What's he look like he's doing?
Make an insight check.
So 13 becomes insight, right? Negative 12.
You can see he has following along behind him a small turtle. Just following in his wake.
Well, then he can't be
Now
bad.
very confused.
What'd you get?
12.
12?
13 negative 1.
You're not 100% sure, but you do see as he's walking, he puts his hand on one of the soldiers' shoulders and laughs. So he's not looking terrifying and intimidating. He's more looking kind of friendly and
Jovial.
jovial.
Does the turtle look like a normal turtle?
Yes.
Huh.
It's hard to tell at this distance.
It's
but
an immortal turtle.
He has to walk really slowly. or else the
Yeah.
turtle
his
can't keep
shield
up.
also looks like a turtle shell, but it's gold, so
The
it's
turtle's
clearly not a
like
turtle.
got a rope tied
Really
to it.
tacky shield, but cool design.
No.
You just know. You
No.
don't want anything to do with this now.
No.
You could be friendly. He has a turtle.
What do you think we should just leave?
I mean, they could have gone back to the
We don't
camp by
know.
now.
They're in there. I think it's too much of a risk.
Yeah, and this doesn't directly benefit us in this current situation.
It's not why I'm doing this.
You hear
No, but this isn't really your fight.
coming out from the
It's
trees.
usually
Oh, dear.
how I feel.
Who's that?
A hand goes on your shoulder.
Oh,
There she is.
fuck.
Tosses a red braid over her shoulder. We should get the fuck out of here now.
God. Where were you? We've been talking here for 10 minutes.
I think it was longer than that.
Something.
Alright, and we'll finish that one there, on that note. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to see part 2 coming later this week.